Welcome to Dior.
It's the Dior mega reboot by JonathanAnderson, episode 2, WOMENSWEAR.
Welcome to Dior.
We're back, girls, we're back. Yeah.
La vidéo est en anglais, mais il y a des sous-titres.
Word of the day, bouleversé. Bouleversé.
We're in the Tuileries in Paris for one of the biggest shows of the 2025 fashion reshuffle. The new luxury battle, most awaited collection. JonathanAnderson is now the new and sole designer of the French house of Dior. It's not a brand, it's La France.
Jonathan doesn't play he doesn't take requests. When he goes in, he goes hard.
Steven Jones does the hats.
Bonjour master, ça va bien?
Oui, ça va bien.
The stakes are so high.
No going back.
Nothing you can do.
No going back.
Greta Lee, Anya Taylor-Joy.
Hello.
What did you think of the show?
It moved me deeply. I'm very, very excited.
Laetitia Casta, Justin Vivian Bond.
Oh.
We're backstage in the ateliers, and JonathanAnderson takes the time to explain everything, his vision for this first Dior chapter.
Oh, and what is the mood of your look today?
Casual. Spectator.
You're never casual, come on.
Johnny Depp, our idol Nine Durso.
Regarde qui est là, c'est Loic Prigent.
Hello, I'm Loic Prigent. Subscribe to the channel to see everything about fashion.
L'histoire, l'humour, c'est tout ce que Loïc il aime.
And of course, share this video with your friends who love fashion.
Ah, mood du look, on a chopé le sac.
Dior by Dior, le book tot.
Vous l'avez lu ce livre?
Le Dior by Dior, bien, c'est le premier livre que j'ai lu en école de mode.
C'est pas
le
vrai?
Le tout premier.
Alors?
Et on a,
Vous recommandez?
Ah, je le recommande. C'est le premier que je recommanderais parce que c'est simple à lire, mais directement ça te met dans le bain de la mode, certes, mais de la passion d'un créateur.
Tu connais Loïc? Le fameux, of course.
Ah, donc vous lisez Les Liaisons Dangereuses.
Ouais, je l'ai lu quand j'avais 16 ans, j'ai été un peu choquée d'ailleurs. Si je t'abandonne, c'est parce que c'est l'automne et que les feuilles tombent. C'est tout simplement ça. Oui. Voilà, il en faut peu. C'est une bonne raison.
Moi, j'ai hâte de voir ce que ça. Il y a une boîte quand même en dessous du.
T'es allé regarder dans la boîte
Non,
ou
mais
pas
il y a une
encore?
boîte.
Vas-y, si tu veux.
Je pense que ça va prendre sens après.
Il y a quelque chose qui va sortir.
This is Jorn Mikkelsen. He was Christian Dior's assistant in the 1950s.
Je suis 70 ans en arrière dans les salons de Christian Dior, 30 avenue Montaigne. Ça fait 70 ans en arrière.
On n'était pas sur du marbre là, à ce moment-là.
J'espère qu'il a bien dormi cette nuit. Je lui souhaite de tout cœur le succès qu'il mérite. C'est un garçon formidable. Voilà. Good luck.
Hello, I'm Loic. May I ask you, what do you think of the flipping of the pyramid?
Oh, I love it. I can't wait to see what else happens. I think it will be screening something on it.
C'est beau, c'est riche,
C'est monumental.
monumental. Et j'adore les petits coussins.
Ah ouais,
De
c'est le
façon
meilleur
libre.
truc.
Très, très agréable. Et très agréable pour les fesses.
C'est vrai, c'est confort?
Très confortable.
A film by documentarist Adam Curtis is projected in front of a mesmerized crowd. Archival footage of Dior collections, Dior designers, Dior clients, Dior doors slammed, women screaming. It's about the pressure of Dior, the storied house, the deep well of inspiration, and the fact that a fashion house is a haunted house.
I love horror. This year was a really good year for horror. There was Weapons was very good. When I spoke to Adam Curtis, I was like, do whatever you want.
Dangerous.
Dangerous.
At the end, it's all melting, being aspiré par la boîte de Pandore that now only JonathanAnderson controls.
We kind of recontextualize history, all the amazing people who have contributed to the brand, and then it kind of goes into a shoebox, and then the show starts. For me, there's always humor in horror, and it's theatrical.
Look 1, Dana Smith opened the show. She started her career in 2021 with JonathanAnderson.
We open up with pure white dress in plissé, and it's super light, kind of bounces, with two bows. There's two bits of fabric that have been plisséed and then tied in two bows in opposite directions. And it's this idea of formality, non-formality. This idea of the tension between dressing up and dressing down.
One reference here is a haute couture gown called Tourbillon from Fall-Winter 1956, a hidden internal cage in a spiral made of piano wire. The fabric is résilène.
Moi, j'aurais peur que ce soit coupant sur les mains.
Non, c'est très souple.
Et à un moment donné, vous avez deux bouts qu'il faut tenir ensemble. Pour le fermer, il y a des petites perles.
C'est pas vrai?
Ouais, donc on met les petites perles. Après, donc, vous enfilez les deux bouts dans une perle et vous serrez avec une pince.
C'est enfermé dans la perle après?
C'est enfermé dans la perle.
Emperlé.
Voilà, ce qui fait qu'après vous avez un rond qui reste. Parce que sinon, juste en l'enfilant comme ça dans le tunnel, ça ne resterait pas. Ça percerait le tissu. C'est astucieux.
C'est elle qui guide, c'est bien. La doyenne. C'est la doyenne.
Ah, c'est vrai? C'est vous la doyenne maintenant?
Je crois.
Vous, c'est quand l'arrivée?
Je suis arrivée en 2001.
Chloé Paradès gets the darker version that will appeal to Jenna Ortega. Her white plastron is in crepe, satin and cashmere. Rejoice Shawl in a grey Dior version. At Dior, it's not grey, it's gris Dior, a very specific 18th century grey.
The bar hat, I like that these nearly look like some sort of like fighter jet.
They look like Venetian hats or something.
Yeah, it was like I wanted something which was nearly slightly religious somehow, nearly like nuns.
Hats are made by Stephen Jones, Dior's very own milliner, who just got a big retrospective at the Palais Galliera Fashion Museum in Paris.
How many of them?
We have 23 in the show. Extraordinary shape too. Jonathan wanted to do something inspired by the original bar hat, which was worn with a bar jacket. So it was this domed silhouette, and by a really new system of making hats made by folding, not only molding, we made this shape.
It looks like the chicest origami?
It is the chicest origami, yes.
And what is the fabric?
It's satin double face, the most haute couture of all the fabrics. I mean, it's amazing how it looks on the inside and the outside.
Lolibaya wears la veste mini-bar. The tweed fabric is flecked with micro sequins. The basque has a crin padding. The original jacket is shrunken and has an open back that extends to the top. The bar jacket is an icon of Dior, un rite de passage for every Dior designer.
The great thing about Dior is that it had some of the greatest designers in history. So you're kind of like going into the spice cupboard and pulling out different things. And then how do they relate to you? How do they relate to today? And then what can you add on top?
This one worn by Liu Wen is clearly similar to the menswear maxi bar that we saw in June 2025. Another tire bar with the basque becoming a sculpted motif, almost like petals or a bow.
I think what is so amazing about Dior is this idea of fantasy. Like I think what fantasy can be today.
The new look plissé, a typical Monsieur Dior plissé with a theatrical black-white galon of stiffened lace. This is referencing all Dior collections by Yves Saint Laurent in the very end of the 1950s for a very glamorous conclave.
The first thing came to my mind was Black Narcissus and the nunnery, the elegance of the film. It's not that he looks at references, he just understands what's great. And if it comes to him, I know he knows how to take it and give it a modern flex.
There was this amazing neckline that I've only recently discovered that it was done by Saint Laurent for Dior, which was this kind of lace veil that went through the front. And I just wanted to take this neckline because I thought it was genius.
Comment vous voyez la culture de Jonathan Anderson s'articuler dans sa mode?
C'est quelqu'un qui n'a pas besoin de l'articuler parce que c'est quelqu'un chez qui c'est très naturel. C'est quelqu'un qui ne plaque pas des mood boards sur ce qu'il fait. C'est quelqu'un qui le vit vraiment, qui s'en inspire directement. Donc voilà, c'est pour ça que c'est aussi efficace et aussi brillant. Et le vrai chic et le vrai luxe, c'est pas de faire sentir l'effort, c'est de faire les choses naturellement.
Laetitia Hall. The cape and the severe neckties are shared with the Dior menswear of Spring-Summer 2026. First time Dior has only one designer for men and women. First time the wardrobe is so similar. In the past, there was a major aesthetic gap between the two divisions. Well, this is over.
I want there to be this idea that both talk to each other. There's no like wall between the two.
The reference of the necktie is 1720 France, l'encyclopédie, les Lumières, philosophers rediscovering nature, ultimate excellence of all savoir-faire, la porcelaine, le savoir-vivre, l'intime. Hydrangea? Grace Nip as l'Hortensia gris Dior.
What did you think of the collection?
Stunning, absolutely gorgeous. I mean, mind-blowing. What an honor to be asked to come and to watch this. It's insane and extremely overwhelming in a really beautiful way.
Des hortensias qui évoquent aussi la Normandie de Christian Dior, who was from Granville. On a shirt, this is a Victorian neck piece found by JonathanAnderson. He had it redone in a jabot. Remember this jabot? It will come back with a surprise.
I like this idea of a jacket that is being grabbed and then left, as if like you were to pull it at the front, so it stays in one shape. The kind of couture gesture, you know, like where you have that kind of like Dior where it's like leaning forward.
Ce sont deux matières qu'on contre-colle, on superpose et entre les deux, il y a un film collant. Donc là, vous avez un néoprène qui est contre-collé avec un lainage et ça donne après un côté un peu mousseux, un peu gonflé. Et quand vous faites des plis, après, ça s'aplatit pas, ça reste rond. Donc, vous voyez pas l'envers du tissu, vous avez votre doublure qui est directement collée sur la matière première.
L'effet est très étonnant.
Ouais.
C'est la texture presque de quelque chose qui pourrait être un anorak technique.
Tout à fait, ça fait très technique. Ça, il y en a eu pas mal, cette collection-là. Ce qui était pour nous aussi nouveau. Ouais, une nouvelle expérience.
C'est bien.
Oui, c'est bien.
Menswear had cargo shorts inspired by a spectacular dress called Delft by Christian. Now the Delft dress that became a cargo becomes a mini dress. Et voilà, the studio called it the Mini Delft. Jersey. This is a silk jersey of the most fluid kind. Jersey was not used in the house of Dior. The ateliers had put their jersey machines in the attic. They were moved again in the atelier. A polo tuxedo redraped in the most fancy possible way.
Here, this is all like pleated, and then you're twisting the fabric, and then it drapes at either side. So it's like two bits of fabric, pleat, 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 and then you create the trouser.
A big bow in the back, a super visible whalebone structure covered with fabric in the most precious way that becomes a sculpture around the body. This is an almost abstract reference to the cigale dress from Christian Dior. The cicada is traditionally the symbol of the frivolous, improvident person. Lace is made in Chantilly.
It opens up at the back and it bounces as you walk. And I like this idea that it is about the fabric and about minimal construction. So this is just, it's held from like 4 points. Because I think Dior is a brand that has construction, sort of like plays on itself in a weird way about like how the engineering that goes into clothing is sort of like, it's nearly a bit Frankenstein. It's like everything's stitched underneath.
J'ai adoré le défilé, tellement beau. Toutes les références au cinéma, au temps qui passe, les références historiques, et c'est coloré, c'est vraiment très 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 beau. Ouais. Je suis honorée d'avoir pu assister.
Les médaillons Dior, very 18th century French decoration. Christian Dior had this motif for the communication of the house, the decoration of stores, the perfumes. Little Bambi, Mathilde, Lucidie, it's her runway debut. Une robe de guipure en maille, intricate knit guipure petals.
Qu'est-ce que vous avez ressenti pendant le défilé?
J'ai trouvé ça incroyable, c'est d'une grande modernité, grande fraîcheur. J'ai adoré toutes les silhouettes qui reprenaient l'histoire de la maison, mais également les accessoires, les sacs, les souliers. J'ai trouvé ça super.
So the jewelry, we kind of, we go from like super light, these like aluminium.
Ah oui, it's like 5 grams?
Yes, so they're super light. Lotus. This is like my favorite, like turquoise, where you've like it's carved jade, and then this one's quite amazing because you can see like the little imperfections.
Looks like it's a watch.
Yeah, it's a whole plethora of different things.
He has such an exquisite judgment of artistic, and it could also be artisanal, whether it's sculptural or ceramic. He just seems to have this cultural eye that is exceptional, that taps right through everything he sees and does.
A wispy knit miniskirt Its design was based on a rose print from an archival Monsieur Dior dress. Supermodel Charlie Jones embodies the new Dior preppiness.
I kind of wanted to keep the bags tight, get them right, start from a new base. Precious day somehow. The new bag is the Seagull, which is based on the Seagull dress, which is usually like this. We had it in the men's show like that. And flat-sided bag. You can wear it like this with a crossbody.
So this is a totally new shape?
Totally new shape. I made the Dior into like a kind of doctory soft bag, a bit more ease. This was taken from a dress, this texture that was from a Dior dress. And I just like did it in this like kind of paper leather. So it's like, it's very like couch, like completely removed all construction. So it just is a rectangle. This is, we completely engineered, it's all molded and has a little bow, and then the chain has little bows, and then you can put everything inside.
Oh, how do we call it?
I don't think this one has a name. They love to name bags here.
Newcomer Lot Hammers. It's her second show ever. Dana Smith got really nice passage. This is Plumetie fil coupé, white on white polka dot dress worn with a sweater to end all sweaters. Emma Waters with a hat, black lace, pink bows, flowers, high heels. If this is not Miss Dior, who is? Malin Rudnick closes the show. Remember the Victorian neckpiece found by JonathanAnderson that was remade into a jabot? Coup de Trafalgar, plot twist, its petals are now reborn as a new Junon. The Junon dress is another icon of the Dior aesthetic. It's an over-the-top, over-embroidered crinoline. Here it becomes a much lighter, much more discreet dress, hands in the pockets, ready to get some air or jump on the swing.
He's always leagues ahead, like some fairy tale giant.
He's got such a native instinct for crafts and for shapes and for the way things are made. It's always surprising and it's always interesting. It helps that he's so intelligent.
Une grande clameur, standing ovation, le studio en ébullition. The emotion, of course, is real.
For me, fashion has to be fun, or it will eat itself. And this is, a beginning. I think a lot of designers probably starting this season are probably slightly overwhelmed by day one. People are scared of newness in any form. No matter if it's in fashion or politics or anything, it takes you time to kind of get on your feet to kind of go, okay, this is how I work, this is how Dior works, this is how we want to work together. And this takes time. As cliche as it is, Rome was not built in a day. So, bam.
Voilà, this was my Dior report for Spring-Summer 2026 by JonathanAnderson, his first womenswear for the house. Subscribe to the channel to see everything about fashion. Of course, you should watch the video we did about the menswear in June 2025 and all the Loewe videos we did about JonathanAnderson so you can dive into his work.
They finally meet.
I know, such a pleasure.
Did you have fun out there?
Yeah, did you?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Backstage was less fun. Oh, you went for the second one. Yeah. Amazing. Picture. Aww. Thank you. You look gorgeous. Mwah. Mwah. Enjoy. I see you soon. Thank you. Did you like? Oh. Thank you. Mwah. Yeah? Oh, thank you.
It was very strong.
How are you?
Very
Happy?
strong.
Oh, yeah? I tried. We worked better than you thought. Him.
Incredible. Something very strong.
Yeah, and I think it feels a new lease of energy. Like,
that's what we
in
need.
history, all bam. I thought it was nice to say, look who's been here. It's a very, you own a very famous house. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you for coming, and thank you for coming. Let's do a picture to remember. It would be amazing. You go in the middle. You have to go in the middle. Voila.
In January, the next?
January Couture.
couture.
Another friend, but we'll get there.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Yeah.
Yes, it was really a pleasure. See you again soon.